Sports coverage you can count on with Way 31 sports anchor Max Cohan.
It's the first NFL Sunday of the year, and boy, does it feel good to have professional football back. That being said, it wasn't necessarily the best of days for area teams. Let's start up the road in Nashville, where the Titans hosted the Cards. Already down 3, Tennessee found more trouble as Chandler Jones gets the sack fumble on Tannehill, one of his 5 sacks on the day. The scoop and score wouldn't count, but the Cards would find the end zone on that possession. Kyler Murray rolls out of trouble and hits DeAndre Hopkins, who toe taps for the touchdown. Murray would have 5 total scores on the day. The Titans couldn't get much going on offense. Derrick Henry was held under 60 yards, and Tannehill had 2 touchdowns, one on the ground and one in the air. And the team with Julio Jones and A.J. Brown, it was Huntsville's Chester Rogers who led the Titans with 62 receiving yards in the loss. Over in Atlanta, the Battle of the Birds with the Falcons hosting the Eagles. Philly down early, but the Crimson Tide connection quickly changes that. Hurts to Devontae Smith for 6, the first touchdown catch for the Heisman winner. He led all receivers with 71 yards. The Falcons would have to rely on field goals Sunday, with Matt Ryan limited to just 164 yards. Athens High School alum Quez Watkins caught all 3 of his targets for 23 yards in the Eagles' dominant 32-6 win. Up at Foxborough, 2 former teammates going at it. You know them quite well. It's Tua and Mac Jones. Tua led the Tide to a title first. He also scored first in this one, a short keeper to get the Dolphins on the board. The Finns still leading when Mac Jones completes his first touchdown pass. Nelson Aguilar on the reception there. The Pats jump in front, but Miami would regain the lead as they go Bama to Bama. Tua hits Waddle, and that would be the difference maker. A late fumble stops New England in the red zone, and Miami hangs on 17-16. Let's jump out to Cincy, where the Vikings and Bengals put together a Week 1 classic. A Vikings kick sends this one to overtime, where Fort Payne's finest, Evan McPherson, got to kick for the win. He nails the 33-yarder, and the Bengals walk it off. McPherson was perfect on the day, nailing both of his field goal attempts, including a 53-yarder and all 3 extra points in the win. Moving over to college football, some late-night upset action you might have missed yesterday. Jacksonville State taking on Florida State. Trailing in the game's final seconds, the Gamecocks took one last shot for the end zone. Damon Philyaw-Johnson hauls it in, breaks a tackle, makes a move, and gets the block he needs to win this game as JSU shocks FSU on the road with a 59-yard game winner. After the 2017 victory, the redshirt wide receiver explained what his mindset was on the final play.
Well, at first it was get to the pylon, get to the front pylon, but as both guys kind of went into my peripheral and crossed my face, I had to make a decision to make a cut or try and outrun them, which I made the cut to get into the end zone. And I also saw my receiver, my teammate, running up to also get the block, so I just knew I had to get behind him and just dive in the end zone.
What a thrilling finish to that one. Who knows what's coming up in the next one? We'll find out on Saturday when they square off with the UNA Lions. Speaking of winning, both Alabama and Auburn added another dub to their records on Saturday, that helping keep both teams in the AP Top 25. The Crimson Tide taking that top spot again, while the Tigers move up to 22. Both Alabama and Auburn have ranked matchups this week, with the Tide taking on number 11 Florida, while Auburn travels to Happy Valley to square off with 10th ranked Penn State. That game will air at 6:30 on Saturday, right here on Way 31. Back here in Alabama, the Trash Pandas played the final road game of their inaugural season tonight down in Birmingham. As they had in each and every game of this 6-game series, the Trash Pandas struggled. Their starter didn't make it out of the first inning as the Barons rocked him for 5 runs, a deficit the Trash Pandas would be unable to dig themselves out of as Rocket City loses its 7th straight game, falling 2 games under 500. The boys from Madison now stare elimination in the face as they head home to face the Pensacola Blue Wahoos in the final series of the year, starting on Tuesday. That'll do it for sports. Let's check in with Carson.